Okay, so here we go for week 3, and I've already done my Monday workout, most of it. Now, what are we learning in terms of headstands?
Yeah, so we're working, I've seen Eric do some handstands, so I just wanted to break upside down or inversions, break it down to the simplest elements for him. So right now, we're starting way back at headstand and gaining control.
Why is headstand easier than handstand?
Because headstand you have, first of all, 3 points, right? So
the elbow, yeah, the elbows, the hands,
and then then we can move to forearm. You get all that lever from here to here on both sides. Almost kind of makes a box, whereas this makes a triangle, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to basically 2 points. And in the beginning, people think handstands are just like 2 points, right?
Yeah.
You think of it as like I have 2 hands, which are like in their mind like gloves, and I just put them on the ground. But actually, they're not mittens. Sorry, they're not mittens. They're gloves, right?
Yeah.
So actually, you have like a lot of points and a lot of span, but you have to learn the control of first being upside down, awareness of being upside down, where to put the abdomen, where to put the hips and feet, and then how to get into the hands and engage in control in a way that it's not just 2-pointed mittens. So until we get all those elements of control, we're just throwing ourselves up into a handstand and risking injury and not really learning any good form. So we're trying to break it back down, like add some support structure and get everything tight and then move on progressively.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fair enough. How am I doing so far on the pull-ups? That's one of the big goals,
I think
right?
You're as excited as I am about that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Eric's been making real good progress.
But we're doing the wide arm. I think I could just mostly do the whole 8 myself if we were doing like
underhand? Probably underhand,
yeah.
So we did overhand, a little bit wide, like half wide grips today.
What's the difference? Yeah.
And Eric was supposed to do the negative, so I was supposed to help him up, and then I was supposed to help him down, but I couldn't because he pretty much did them all himself, which I didn't expect, so that was awesome. Very happy to see that today. And yeah, to answer his question, the overhand grip is working more of the forearm, whereas if you go under, you can use more biceps. So if you want to isolate forearm and back muscles,
yeah.
Overhand grip, and the wider you go, the more back, the less bicep you can kind of use.
Yeah, so I was riding the bike during the warm-up, and I was driving down the street and I saw a little snake, actually a big snake, about 1.5 meters long, green snake wiggling around on the pavement.
Yes.
Tell me about those fuckers.
Yeah, you found sounds like you found a tree snake. I've heard it called golden tree snake, coconut tree snake, or flying snake. But they're very common. They're most common around here. They eat mice, not humans. I've had a friend being bit by one just here, and nothing happens.
How often do you see them?
Maybe once a month.
Yeah.
On average.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and those ones they fit in like a tiny bag this big. It's crazy. Like they're 1 meter long. 1.5 meters long, sometimes even a little bit more, but sometimes you'll find them like in underwear bags, like one of my neighbors had an underwear bag. She's like, what is that? She's like, oh, the snake left. And then I went to take it and I was like, oh, I think it's too heavy for a fucking underwear. We had a snake inside.
Wow, yeah. Wow.
But they fly, huh?
They fly?
You can see them jump off and like, instead of being a cylinder, they'll flatten themselves out into a little disc and like.
So they fly from tree to tree?
Yeah, one time I was walking, I took a bamboo building course in the north of Thailand, and my friend and he was talking all loud, he wanted to pick up some cigarettes, one of the builders I was working with, and he jumped, he pissed off a snake, and one of those snakes jumped off and was like wiggled right next to him from the tree that he was like kind of talking loudly under. They're like very defensive of their nests and stuff, but they can't harm you.
Okay, that's good. Good news. Well, onwards we go.
Sign of transformation though, buddy. Keep it up.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but they say
snakes are a sign of transformation.
We're living in Copenhagen, by the way, so we get all the new age stuff before anyone else does.
The new age, yeah.
So
does this come from any Thai thing, or some guy just smoked a joint and made this up?
I most certainly can't back it up or point you to anyone who can, but I've heard it from Tantra community, Copenhagen consciousness community, these type of people, you know. The elite.
The elite.